Good evening. My name is Malcolm McPherson. I would like to welcome you this evening to an historic event, a live stream of our 150th anniversary party. And I know you're really going to enjoy this live stream of our anniversary celebration. And I really look forward to seeing each and every one of you in San Antonio.
Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, Lord, amber waves of gray, for purple mountain majesties, all of the fruited plain. America, God shed His grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea.
Welcome to the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. My name is Charles A. Vivian, the founder of the Order. When we started some 150 years ago, our mission was to help unite our nation after the Civil War through charity and patriotism. On March 10, 1871, the original New York Lodge was renamed as New York Lodge No. 1 and was immediately transformed into the Grand Lodge of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. The order was founded by us, members of the theatrical profession. The star of fidelity began to burn brightly throughout the nation with our charitable and patriotic activities. We founded the Elks on the four great principles of charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity. We are deeply proud to learn the same great four principles have withstood the test of time for 150 years.
I'm Mike Smith, past the Grand Exalted Ruler from Florida. And I think one of the more important things that our organization needs to do in the future is continue to grow our passion of helping other people, whether it's children, adults, veterans, and then grow that passion and accelerate our compassion and share the message in our community. The rest will take care of itself as far as our growth.
Good evening, everybody. I want to welcome you all here to the Downey, California Lodge 2020. And to all the Elks located across this great country of ours who have tuned in for this live stream to help us celebrate the 150th birthday of the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks of the United States of America. Who am I? I am Brian Klatt, the latest in a long line of Elks who have served as your Grand Secretary. There have been 18 of us dating back all the way to 1871. And I'm pleased to be the one serving as your MC this evening as we celebrate 150 years. But to me, it feels like all other 17 Grand Secretaries are with us here tonight. 150. What a landmark. 150 years ago, a group of fun-loving actors in New York City dropped those corks on the bar to dupe their unwitting friends into buying them a round of drinks. Who would have figured? From that trivial, dubious beginning sprang unparalleled service to our nation. Since the Johnstown floods of 1889, we've been there to provide relief to our fellow citizens when disaster has struck. We've served our veterans who are in need. We've provided young people with healthy starts and a better future. We've cared for people with disabilities. We've supported research to cure cancer and Alzheimer's. We've donated to hospitals, and we've built clinics. We've erected monuments, and we've inspired Flag Day, and of course, the GI Bill. We've become a part of the fabric of this great nation. And guess what? We're just getting started. Tonight we're going to celebrate our history and also look forward. We're going to hear from some of our leaders of the order and also some leaders of the country. We're going to check in on our programs that are shaping the country's future leaders and also share some secrets about the celebration that we're going to have in San Antonio in July this year. And we're going to have some fun too, because truthfully, that's what we as Elks do. Earlier this week, we talked to some of our past Grand Exalted Rulers about our anniversary, and they've given us and they've shared their comments with you. Let's see what they have to say.
Hi, my name is Mike Zellin, and I'm a past Grand Exalted Ruler from Massachusetts. I recently started my 50th year as a member of the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks. And many of my friends have always inquired or asked me why I commit so much time and energy to the organization. And the answer is very simple. When I became an Elk 49 years ago last November, I was sponsored by my dad, who was a member for many, many years. I grew up in it. I was 8 years old, my first memory of Elkdom. 2 weeks prior to my initiation, my dad passed away. But he was a proud Elk, and I continued on and became initiated. At that time, I was a junior at Suffolk University in Boston, Massachusetts. And shortly after my initiation, it became very apparent to my family that I would not be able to continue my education. I was in my junior year, as I indicated. So I withdrew from college. Less than 2 weeks later, I received a phone call from a gentleman named John E. Fenton, who also happened to be a past Grand Exalted Ruler from Massachusetts and was president of Suffolk University. He knew my situation and knew why I was withdrawing from school. He asked me to come into his office and informed me that I was the recipient of the Elks National Foundation Emergency Scholarship Grant. And I finished my education because of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. And that's why I'm so passionate about it. I don't believe what I've done over the last 49 years is payback. It's paying forward. I want to be sure that our Elks National Foundation stays strong and has the ability to help other children in a situation that I found myself in. So while many of the other programs are very, very important to me, the Elks National Foundation is the great heart of Elkdom, and that's why I have dedicated my life to this organization. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Chuck Williams, past Grand Exalted Ruler. Why did I become an Elk? Well, let me tell you. I became an Elk back in 1960 when I met a friend that proposed me. He asked me to join the Elks. Well, he and I were both field engineers, and we were excited about doing our field engineering work. We graduated from school and went on together as friends working away from home. But it was the intent to visit a lot of Elks Lodges and go places. That's what he told me. But the first job I got was employed on the Apollo program back in 1961. And we were putting in tracking stations for the Apollo program. So I worked in the field, dashing in and out of the United States, not getting to see Elks Lodges. Later, the things turned, and I'm here today to tell you, it couldn't be better than to be an American elk.
141 Elks has served in the Order's greatest office of Grand Exalted Ruler. Tonight we have 20 of them with us. How about let's give them a big hand for these men and their spouses. Thank you. This gavel that I'm using tonight is one of 15 that we have commissioned for the 150th anniversary. It is handmade with care and pride by a Colorado elk named Jeff McDaniel. Jeff grew up around the Elks. He even participated in hoop shoot as a kid. Each of these 15 gavels are unique. This one represents the West Coast, where we're at tonight. It is made of California hardwood and contains a Western inlay. On one side has the Elks Clock logo, while the other side has the anniversary logo. And boy, does it feel good in my hand. It looked good in yours too. You want to know how you can get it? This you can own, this piece of history. We're auctioning it off starting tonight via Bidding for Good, which is located on the elks.org/150 website. So those of you who are watching in the live stream, be sure to open a separate window, scroll down and click the auction link. Follow the instructions and place your bid. The opening bid for this beautiful gavel is $150. The auction will remain open until next Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Pacific. Remember that, you on the live stream. We will ship the gavel to the winner along with the certificate of authenticity signed by myself and the Grand Exalted Ruler. We will auction the other 14 gavels during the Elks National Convention, which will be held in San Antonio this July, with all proceeds benefiting the Elks. What is one of the most prolific programs we have in the Order? One that gets us the most attention? It's our hoop shoot. Tonight we're proud to bring you the world premiere of a brand new, what they call Greedo. The hoop shoot has been developing gritty kids for more than 45 years. Long before researchers and educators concluded that grit is the key indicator of future success. This Greedo features a girl from Florida who lost in the regional finals 4 straight years before finally breaking through this year. So let's watch her journey to the finals of the hoop shoot.
I'm Ellie's dad, and we are here finally after our 5th try.
I'm Ellie DiGiacomo, and I'm a 5-time state champion for the Elks program, and on my 5th try in regionals, I made it to the finals. I made all of them, like nothing but net, like 5 straight, and she made the first one, and then the second one she missed, and I was so happy. I was just like, because I like never gotten that far.
I knew she was excited when, and she doesn't know this because I never told her this, when she won. I'd never seen her like that before. Like, we went out in the court and everybody was around her, and I forgot to hug her.
The hoop shoot just like helped me like be a better person. Just like think of others before myself and like have fun in life.
And I could see, even with her brother, confidence. Put a little work in, but then you put a lot of work in, you get more confident doing it. It's like the 10,000-hour rule.
Like he just said, that I have more confidence. Like I could do more stuff than I thought I could. Like be in Chicago, you know.
From Florida, 1854, Ellie DiGiacomo.
We're not worried about winning and losing. It was just kind of getting here. But it's still a contest. It's still, anybody can win any day. And she'll tell you that.
Anyone can lose to anyone, anywhere, at any given time. I say that before every time I shoot. And every time I play a game. I always say that, because that's what I believe.
But honestly, this is the truth. I've been telling the people in Nokomis so much. I mean, they've done a lot. I mean, Elks really, they've done, I don't think she even realized how much they've done. To our family, though. I mean, but I want to really send a special thanks out to the Elks Club in Nokomis and the whole organization. Really special thanks out to you guys, because it's been worth it. It's really, I don't know, think
been a blast.
If she would be the same person without it, tell you the truth. That, I think, confident-wise, you know.
It changed me.
It did, really.
Yeah, it did. Well, thanks for the 5 years of hard work.
You got it, Al.
I thought you were gonna go like this.
You can find more of those videos located on the enf.elks.org/grit. And now it's time for you to hear from another person who doesn't know how to quit or when to quit. He's traveled these United States for 31 visits so far, met a lot of people, gonna meet a lot more people. His love for the order is his passion. He loves what the Elks do. So without further ado, I'd like to present to you our Grand Exalted Ruler, Malcolm J. McPherson Jr., with a special message.
Isn't this unbelievable? Live stream. It is indeed an honor and a privilege for me, as being your Grand Exalted Ruler and National President, to congratulate the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks on its 150th anniversary celebration. Just think, 150 years ago, our great order was formed. For the last 150 years, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks has been servicing our veterans, our youth, and our communities. Our beloved order was created by a group of New York actors and entertainers known as the Jolly Corks. On February 16, 1868, the Jolly Corks established the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks of the United States of America. Since 1868, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks has been committed to the ideals of charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity. Our dedication and commitment to our programs and charities has involved our order into the country's oldest and largest fraternal organization. With almost 800,000 members and 1,900 lodges, we are providing charitable services that build stronger communities. Our Grand Lodge programs continue to stress Elks Care, Elks Share, as we continue to maintain the commitments we have made to our members, our communities, our lodges, our state associations, and our nation. As you are aware, beginning at the 2017 National Convention in Reno, Nevada, and through the 2018 National Convention in San Antonio, our great order is celebrating its 150th anniversary. This year-long celebration is a wonderful opportunity to promote our great work in our communities. The Elks National Foundation, known as the Great Heart of Elkdom, helps Elks build stronger communities through their programs and grants that support our youth, support our veterans, and the communities where Elks live and work. The Elks National Foundation is offering a special 150th anniversary grant through its Community Investments Program of $1,500 for each lodge of our order. I urge each and every one of our lodges to use that anniversary grant to expand our charitable presence in our communities. For the next several minutes, I would like to highlight some of our great programs that we have in the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. In 1983, the Elks made drug awareness education for our youth a national priority. Since inception, the program has grown in size and scope to be recognized as the largest drug awareness program in the United States. The Elks Drug Awareness Program strives to teach all children and their families about the dangers of drug use and is dedicated to preventing the abuse of legalized and prescription drugs. Fully realizing that this struggle to educate our youth and assist them in making informed decisions must be advanced at the community level, our national, state, and local drug awareness programs are encouraged to listen, educate, and mentor, thereby strengthening Elkdom through community awareness. I can truly say that our drug awareness programs are saving children's lives. The Elks Hoop Shoot program continues to provide competitive basketball foul shooting contests where more than 500,000 boys and girls between the ages of 8 and 13 compete each year. This program, adopted by the Grand Lodge in 1972, has developed into one of the nation's largest and most recognized youth basketball activity. Through the Elks Hoop Shoot program, the Elks National Foundation develops grit and teaches young children the value of hard work and good sportsmanship. Each lodge must continue to prove this opportunity for our young people by making the Hoop Shoot contest available in each community. This program has passed the 100 million participant milestone and was recognized at the Basketball Hall of Fame in Springfield, Massachusetts. This year, the Elks National Foundation allocated almost $1 million to fund this program, and that's made possible through your support and donations when you give to the Elks National Foundation. Public relation and marketing is an essential to promoting our positive image, fostering goodwill, and increasing our membership. Help share the pride of Elkdom. A prime objective of every local lodge is to enhance both member and community confidence in our purposes and our programs. By enhancing our lodge image, we are investing in our future. This not only helps us to recruit new members, but also helps us to retain the support of our current members. Regardless of whether the people support the lodge with a donation or volunteering their time, they'll likely want to know that they're making their community a much better place. It is the mission of the Grand Lodge Public Relations and Marketing Committee to make sure that everyone is able to see the impact that we are having in our communities. This year, we are striving through the charitable reporting, through your donations and your charitable volunteer hours, to have $1 million per day, or a total of $365 million. The Elks are also committed to our mission. As long as there are veterans, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks will never forget them. The Veteran Service Commission takes that pledge one step further. and promises service to our nation's veteran and military members with a special focus on service to those in need. In 1946, the establishment of the Commission formalized a commitment to serving our veterans, and that is evidenced since our first day 150 years ago. The Elks dedicated to service veterans and military families in need has never wavered. Look at the VA clinics, the veterans' homes, the homeless shelters, and many other opportunities that we service our veterans. And that's only made possible through your generosity of your time, energy, and resources to serve our veterans and military members each year. This year, we're celebrating our 150th anniversary. We need a gain in membership. We have the perfect opportunity in our 150th anniversary year. So we have 45 days to bring in the members waiting for initiation and to personally contact our delinquent members. I know with everybody's help throughout this great order of ours, that when we go to San Antonio to conclude our celebration, I will be able to say for the first time in 37 years, we have a gain in membership. And I know I can count on everybody in this room and every member throughout our great order that we will have an increase in membership. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our men and women in the armed services. God bless the United States of America, but God bless the benevolent and protective Order of Elks. Happy 150th anniversary. Let the celebration continue.
Thank you, Malcolm, for those inspiring words. Now, if I could call your attention to the screens, we have a little anniversary shout out.
Happy birthday! Happy anniversary from the Illinois Elks Children's Care Association. We want to thank you and wish you well and continuing helping the children in our community and just our communities in general.
Hi, I am Dave Hicks, Exalted Ruler of San Benito Elks Lodge 1661, established in 1943.
Hi, Pamela Doherty with McAllen Elks Lodge 1402, Sweetheart and Tyler, founded in 1946.
Hi, I'm Jim Nance. I'm Exalted Ruler of Weslaco, Texas Lodge number 2057. We were chartered in 1956.
Hi, I'm Ken Moses, past Exalted Ruler, Kingsville Lodge number 1926, founded in 1954.
Hi, Frank Laura, ER from the Brownsville Lodge, 2876, founded in 2016.
Hi, Mary Wallace, Harlingen Elks Lodge number 1889, founded in 1953.
Hey, Kirk Story and De Niro, founded in 1927. Ish.
Happy 150th anniversary!
Pretty good shout outs, weren't they? The wonders of technology is streaming this, as we said, across the nation. And by doing that, my phone has been dinging up here because to you people who are streaming too, I haven't looked at your camera down here. Tina Heron, who has been a major part of this, is sitting back in Chicago, and she's texted me 3 times saying, look at the camera. Oh, streaming live across America. Glad you're here. It's so great to see how excited everyone is about this anniversary. Makes me look forward to the 200th. I've already been put on the committee. You hear that, dear? Hi, dear. 200 deer. Okay, so maybe I won't be around for that one. But if we do our jobs as Elks, then some of the people in the next video will be there. It's about the Elk Scholar Service trip that took place here in California not too long ago, down in Santa Monica, or I should say up the road from here. This is the world premiere, so let's take a watch at what they did on their visit.
On Monday, we started at the Sepulveda VA, Veterans Affairs Center, getting to actually spend some time with the residents that it serves.
My favorite was when we went to Harvest Home, which was a home for individuals who are experiencing homelessness. I was able to kind of organize and look through all the baby clothes in particular, strollers, car seats, kind of anything that these women and families might need.
And we also were at Safe Place for Youth, which is a community center for youth experiencing homelessness. Really got to see the kind of impact that it has on people of our age range. We've also been to a couple of VAs, and we've been playing bingo with the veterans and just interacting with them and thanking them for their service.
On Friday, we got to go to Ocean Park Community Center, where we worked and fed chronically homeless within the LA community.
It's been really cool to see the positive atmosphere that's at each site that we have.
Volunteers are a crucial part of SPY. We would not be able to open our doors without volunteers, like the Elks Club members that are here today.
I've decided to come on the trip because I want to give back. I want to continue that spirit of service. I want to, support the Elks to match all the support that they've given us.
There are a lot of stigmas surrounding homelessness, and I think those have really been broken really well for me because they just want to be treated like normal people, and that's really been a great eye-opening experience for me.
We talked a lot about sympathy versus empathy, and the reflection. We have reflection periods every night, which has been a really good way to make sure we're not going through the motions, but what can we take back with us, which I think is just super important and super helpful.
It is one of the best things you'll ever do. To have the kids come down and interact with the members, to have the members actually get to see who the scholarships are going to and what an impact they are making in our country is fantastic.
We were just joking, we've been treated like royalty whenever we come to a lodge. They're just incredible people to connect with and kind of hear their stories.
Because of the support that the Elks have given us financially to help us afford to go to college, it's our duty to give back, not just to the Elks, but to the communities around us, which is something that the Elks strongly believe in.
I've been so blessed to receive the scholarship and be able to go on these trips. I'm so thankful to the Elks for giving me this opportunity and for teaching me so many different things.
I am going to be commissioning into the Army, so the Elks family kind of gives me that foundation of knowledge that every time I come back, there's going to be someone here waiting for me, because there's an Elks in every state, so no matter where you go, there's family.
Today's Elk Scholars can be tomorrow's Elks, if we engage them. Just like the scholars said, we're a big family. Let's welcome our scholars into it. Now everyone has a group of people that we like to pick on. This next video features a group of guys who probably wouldn't qualify for a scholarship, but they sure do love the Elks. So let's hear from our Board of Grand Trustees.
On behalf of the Grand Trustees, we'd like to welcome you in celebrating 150 years of service in the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. Congratulations.
I'd like to give an update on the gavel. I've just been informed that the $150 opening bid is up to $225. So somebody out here is bidding it, either out here or live streaming. Somewhere's got onto it, so we appreciate that. As for the video, there's only one way to follow that. At this time, I'd like to welcome the chairman of the advisory, past Grand Exalted Ruler Paul Helzel, for a special presentation.
Good evening, everyone.
Am I live?
Good evening, everyone, and happy birthday, Elks everywhere. Tonight, in every corner of our great nation, Elks Lodges are celebrating our 150th anniversary. And in every one of those celebrations, there is some recognition being given by all the state leaders, the county leaders, the city leaders, the leaders of the communities, and from governors to legislators to mayors, all those type of proclamations are coming in and being acknowledged tonight in these celebrations. We're fortunate here tonight to have some congratulatory proclamations from some of our national leaders. I would like to read a couple of those, if I may. We have from the Congress, the House of Representatives, we have a proclamation. Actually, the House of Representatives do not issue proclamations. They have a reading into the record. And this is one of the records that was read into this past week. It is from Catherine M. Rice, the Honorable Catherine M. Rice of New York, in the House of Representatives. And it says, Mr. Speaker, I rise today in recognition of the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks on February 16, 2018. Founded on February 16, 1868 in New York City by Charles Algernon Sidney Vivian and a handful of friends, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks is an exceptional American fraternal society dedicated to serving and caring for our citizens, communities, and country. That small band of friends has grown to include nearly 1 million elks and 2,000 lodges. For the last 150 years, the Elks have dedicated themselves to the ideals of charity, justice, and patriotism, investing millions of dollars in service and hours each year to build stronger communities, assist homeless veterans, provide academic scholarships, and empower kids to avoid drugs. We should all be incredibly grateful for the time, money, and resources the Elks have committed to serve our neighbors in need, especially members of the military, veterans, youth, and disaster-stricken communities. In recognition of the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, let's honor the valor, commitment, patriotism, and sacrifice that the Elks have dedicated or displayed throughout its history and express appreciation for their dedicated service to our country. That's from our representatives, House of Representatives. I have a few other from the House of Representatives. Obviously, more than one can stand up and make a proclamation or do a reading into the record. I won't read all that I have, but eventually they will be available for all our members to see. I would like to read another. This is from the U.S. Senate, from the Honorable Chuck E. Schumer from New York. Whereas on the 16th day of February in the year 2018, the New York State Elks Association will gather to celebrate the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. And whereas founded in New York City on February 16, 1867 by Charles Vivian and a small group of friends, the Elks organization continues to be a champion of charity, leadership, and patriotism for its members nationwide. And whereas the Elks have grown into one of the largest philanthropic organizations with nearly 1 million members and 2,000 lodges. And whereas the Elks are committed to investing in our youth, giving millions of dollars annually in scholarships to thousands of students across the country. And whereas, keeping with their pledge, so long as there are veterans, the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks will never forget them. The Elks across the country visit veterans in Veterans Affairs medical facilities, hospitals, and nursing homes to provide support and friendship to the brave men and women who sacrificed their lives for our country. And whereas the Elks have proven their commitment to those in need throughout their many causes, most recently using their National Disaster Relief Fund to provide money and resources to the hurricane-ravaged areas of Texas and Florida. And whereas, be it known that I, Senator Charles E. Schumer, do hereby recognize and observe that those gathered today for the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks, I appreciate your efforts and dedication to honoring and serving our nation's veterans, youth, and communities. And it's signed by Charles E. Schumer, United States Senate. In addition, I have one last proclamation I would like to read, and this starts out, the White House, dated February 16, 2018. I am sending my greetings and congratulations to those commemorating the 150th anniversary of the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. Founded in New York City in 1868, the order has spread to all 50 states and nearly 2,000 lodges and 1 million members. Members of the order have served their fellow citizens in many ways throughout the organization's history. In the early days, they assisted those impacted by the Great Chicago Fire and the Johnstown Flood. Today, Elks help honor our nation's military men and women by providing direct care, therapy, and other services to our veterans. The Elks have helped build a network of care for many Americans. For example, they support drug awareness programs for communities struggling to overcome an epidemic of drug abuse. For many young Americans, Elks award education scholarships, bringing dreams of brighter future within reach. I commend the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks for generations of service to the American people. Through their devotion to charity, justice, brotherly love, and fidelity, Elks continue to inspire a love of country and an enduring faith in the spirit of American greatness. May God bless each of you, and may He continue to bless the United States of America. And it's signed by our President, Donald J. Trump. As I said earlier, proclamations like this are being read all over the country tonight. We are fortunate to be able to have our national leaders recognize what we have done for 150 years. But this is just the beginning. This is the foundation for the next 150. Thank you. Thank you, Paul. You may not know this, but when Paul was chair of the Veterans Service Commission, he set a goal of eliminating veterans homelessness. And then he helped mobilize our volunteers in pursuit of that goal. To date, our Emergency Assistance Fund has helped nearly 800 veterans exit or avoid homelessness. When most veterans transition out of homelessness, they move in with nothing, literally nothing. Our Welcome Home kits have changed that for more than 900 veterans. The next video you're about to see is one lodge's efforts to welcome veterans into their home.
I served from 1979 until 1988.
I served from 1993 to 2009, 17 years military.
I'm a 4-year Navy veteran.
I was in the United States Army.
I've been homeless for about 6 months.
I was homeless for almost 2 years.
I was a homeless veteran. I had lost my job, had no place to go.
I've never been homeless before until this time.
I have 5 children and a husband, so there's 7 of us.
You know, you only make a certain amount of money, and it never seems to be enough to cover the rent and everything that you need.
We've been involved in the Welcome Home Kit program now since July of 2016. After today's shopping, we'll have assisted 75 vets.
The Elks are essential to our program.
We found that not only are they need stuff to move into a new residence, things like pots and pans and ironing boards, many of them, the most important thing that they need is food.
Well, most of them, when they come into the program here, that they don't have employment.
Every vet is different.
Our welcome home kits for our veterans moving into housing has been very essential because most of them have nothing.
Well, the way this shopping works is we pair up one elk with one vet, and we work from a prepared list of common household goods.
I was the first recipient of the Welcome Home Kit, which was so helpful.
The Elks have supported me by helping me get a leg up on getting some things I need to make the house a home for my children.
They gave me all the toiletries and supplies that I needed to assist me in my transition back out into normal life.
We've gotten some household stuff to do the bathrooms and kitchen supplies, cleaning supplies.
They've been there to help if I just need someone to talk to.
When these folks come in and they do their shopping, a lot of them get all kinds of household goods, and some get food. When they come up, they're just so happy that somebody else cares.
Now with the grants coming from Grand National in Chicago, we can do more to help the homelessness vets with this program.
What I want to tell people, especially fellow veterans, if they start to find themselves in a situation, they should try and seek out those veteran services that will assist them in their times of need.
More people should know about it, this experience, because the more that people know about it, the more people will volunteer and help out, and then it can expand across the country.
We've been very fortunate to have the Cocoa Beach Elks partner with us, because without them, a lot of the things that we are able to provide to our veterans, we would not be able to do.
I think what Cocoa Beach Elks have done is a great idea. It's helping veterans that have trouble helping themselves.
The Elks has made it possible for me to reacquire these things, the simple necessities.
We urge all Elks to get involved in this program. It's a wonderful, wonderful program.
Let's time out. Sure. Let me start again.
You're gonna make me cry, John. Stop.
I know how much it helps the veterans and how grateful we all are and have been.
What we do for our vets, being a vet myself, having parents who have served in both the Vietnam, Korean War and the World War II, I think it's an outstanding thing that these folks are doing to help get these vets back on their feet, give them a leg up in life, and I couldn't be prouder to be a part of it.
The help with the Elks that we receive from the Elks totally makes their life turn around. And we always see it every day, how grateful they are.
And 1 year from now, I'd love to see myself standing tall, not having to rely on anybody to help me.
Now that's what Elks are for. As we start marching toward our next landmark anniversary, this issue will be a great cause. Two words that should never go together are homelessness and veterans. Let's solve this problem. We can do it, the Elks can do it, America can do it. True? Are we all in? This is a birthday, anniversary, whichever you want to call it. When you have a birthday and you have an anniversary, you have a cake, don't we? To you in live stream, cake's over here. I got the bayonet and the serving. These two items have the Elks 100th anniversary logo inscribed on it. And these are part of the auction items that will be on the auction block when you leave here, if Malcolm doesn't cut Pat. So Pat, Malcolm, come on up. And I think, since I said this is a celebration, this is a birthday, this is an anniversary, the city of Downey said we couldn't put the candles on, the place had burned down. So I think we should sing happy birthday. What do you think? All right, line one. And a 2.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alice. Happy birthday to you.
All right, Malcolm, Pat, ceremonial first cut. Now this isn't your wedding either. No shoving in her face.
37 years ago, I was told I could not take the cake and hit my wife in her face. And she told me that again, so don't even think about it.
But she's wearing purple.
Purple.
Did you listen?
Celebrating 150 years. Congratulations to the Elks present and past. Here's to the next 150.
All right, it looks like we have some more anniversary shout outs. Gordon, are you ready?
Happy 150th anniversary from Recreation.
On behalf of the Connecticut Elks Association, we wish Elkdom a happy 150 years.
Happy anniversary!
All right, I've got an update on the beloved gavel we got here. It's slowly getting out of my price range. $1,150. A little dinging you hear up on there is my phone going off. They always give me an update, or else it's my wife telling me my tie's crooked. All right. Now I'd like to turn it over to past Grand Exalted Ruler, Michael Smith, who is our chairman of the hard-working and dedicated 150th Anniversary Committee. Mike, are you here?
Is this great or what? Happy 150th. I've been wanting to take a look at this. Somebody's already bought this one because they've outpriced me. There's 15 of them. They're all made out of specialty wood, and each of them, as Brian said, will be used in the Grand Lodge sessions and embossed on the session it got. I've been waiting to hold this. Nobody let me have it. It'd have been in Plant City by now. It's beautiful. Sandra, get on your phone and make a bid. Of course, we're going to be auctioning off other things as we get closer to the convention, including some great experiences. Hey, Tina, I don't want to fuss it. Tina's been very active with our committee, and she's wishing she could be here, and we wish she was. We're having more than 100 Elk Scholars, which you've seen some of them on the feeds tonight, come to. We're hoping to get 150. James O'Kelly's working very hard to represent the 150th anniversary. But you'll be able to bid on them to have lunch with them. Or if you're a hoop shoot fan, which I hope we all are, you'll have an opportunity to join the regional directors at their annual dinner at the convention. And I'm hearing that's a pretty fun time. If you're not going to be at the convention, and it's not too late to change your mind, but if you're not going to, we'll have other items to bid on, such as a framed photo of all the past Grand Exalted Rulers. Most of us we're going to need a little cropping in the fur. Or if you're not going to be there, how'd you like the Grand to come to your house and take you out to dinner? And he's buying, they're buying. What a terrific opportunity. It's fun. This is our 150th. This is just a great opportunity. Take a look on our live auction. It's going to grow every day, every week with items. It's at elks.org/150. Keep checking. There's going to be some dynamite items to bid on, and I hope most of you don't bid too much, so I'll get to buy some of them. The proceeds from this auction will help offset some of our costs as a committee and as a Elks organization, such as we're bringing in the recreation group, and they weren't funded for this, so we're going to kind of help their, hopefully limit their expenses for coming in, and they're going to lead us after the close of the session with some lively music, and then they're going to be the Pied Pipers to get us out of the main convention hall into the celebration hall. So hopefully we'll all follow and have fun and just light it up. I had talked to Freeman, our production company, and I said, we may not even need electricity with all the excitement that's going to be going on in this convention. But that'll help, part of that will help defer some of our expenses as the night goes. So tonight is the beginning. It's exciting. I want to thank Gordon Daniels, and Rick Gathan, who has put this together. We worked, the committee's worked for about 2 years now on monthly convention or conference calls, and it's just been a hoot because there's just more things thrown on the wall. We thought we might ride in our committee on horseback in the convention center in San Antonio. Pretty much didn't think that was a good idea. Rick Gathan thought maybe we get a wooden horses and just kind of trot it. We're not going to do it. So it's exciting. We hope you're enjoying this evening across the country. We hope to see you in San Antonio for Super Sunday. It's going to be phenomenal. We have things going at the celebration hall. We're going to have some music. Recreation will be there. That'll be fun. We're going to have some food and different stations representing different areas of the country. That'll be fun. We're going to have some beverages, and that'll be fun. So you get the message about fun. Not just recreation that's going to entertain us. And I've had a blast through the past year and a half because the Grand Lodge Advisory, the past Grands, have not put their feet on my throat to have to tell them any secrets. But it's time to let you know. Our committee, if you were in Reno, you saw us in our dusters in the Magnificent Seven, maybe not. But it was fun and we've had a good time. But we've got a big name entertainment group coming in after the recreation program. And it's Gary Sinise and the Lieutenant Dan Band. We've kept that secret, well, I don't know if it's secret, but I think it has been. It was funny, yesterday we were having a 150th meeting and we let everybody come into our committee meetings. The Grands, I mean, you can't really tell them you can't come in. But when you call executive session, that means only the committee can be there. So I called the executive committee meeting and got everybody out, and then we really went to business with things. When Gary, I don't know how much you know about the Lieutenant Dan Band, if you've seen them, but they're incredible. But when Gary Sinise is not making movies or being on television shows, You may remember him in Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Great guy. So he's performing, and they perform in the band when he's not performing on film to aid veterans. He's obsessed with it. He's got a foundation that's incredible to help money. So if we just spend a couple of minutes, let's look at the Gary Sinise and his foundation.
The pursuit of happiness. It's the fundamental right of every American. It's easy sometimes to forget that our freedom to live as we choose, to affect our communities, to find satisfaction in our labors, to build a family, is preserved by the service and sacrifice of a select few. The members of our military and first responders protect our way of life and commit themselves to defending our freedom. And at the Gary Sinise Foundation, we commit ourselves to them.
This is a big day for me.
You're not talking about helping veterans, you're actually, changing lives, and so I appreciate it.
For over 6 years now, the American people have trusted the Gary Sinise Foundation to honor these courageous men and women, to help them in their time of need, and above all, to never forget their sacrifices.
What he's done for our wounded veterans is unbelievable.
God bless you, bud.
Everything about the Gary Sinise Foundation is what's right with America right now.
They just do an incredible job bringing the honor, the dignity, and the respect that our great patriots deserve.
It's one of the most meaningful partnerships we have at the museum.
Look up, Jack. Look at that.
We love partnering with Gary and this foundation because our interests are aligned.
So many of our severely wounded, injured, ill, and aging heroes live in total reliance on caregivers for tasks most of us take for granted.
Alan Babin, like so many who have come before him in service to our country's sacrifice for liberty.
Our RISE program was established to provide these heroes with specially adapted smart homes, mortgage-free and custom-built from the ground up, modifications to existing homes, mobility devices, and adapted vehicles.
We're overwhelmed by this. It's a very surreal gift that they've given to our family.
It's the greatest gift that I will probably receive in our entire lifetime.
1,650 amputees, and people say, well, you can't give everyone a home. No, but you can give this one a home.
Through RISE, we're restoring independence and supporting empowerment for deserving families across America.
To watch Alan roll out onto the porch by himself is miraculous to us. The independence that that's going to provide to him and to us is just incredible.
Through our first responders outreach, we provide funds for equipment, training, and support to America's firefighters, police, and EMTs, as well as grants toward urgent relief for these heroes and their loved ones. The Gary Sinise Foundation works to keep our defenders and their families strong each and every day. That's our commitment. The need is so great. Our heroes deserve nothing less than our nation's utmost gratitude and unwavering support. While we can never do enough for our defenders, veterans, first responders, and their loved ones, we can always do a little more. Join us. Visit GarySiniseFoundation.org.
The Lieutenant Dan Band, as I mentioned, is going to come play for us in San Antonio. And the reason he can come in, or we could have them, is from a very generous donation from the Elks National Foundation to his foundation. We're proud and we thank the Elks National Foundation for that. So, let's enjoy tonight. Thank you, all of you, for being with us. Plan to come have fun in San Antonio. I'll assure you, you won't be disappointed. God bless the Elks. Thank you.
Thanks, Mike. As the he said, we should also thank the Elks National Foundation for extending their anniversary grants for another year. The foundation will once again offer the popular $1,500 grant to help us jumpstart the next 150 years. Use that money to do things in your communities. What better way to get your name out there is free money to help people in need. Well, I'm excited to be in San Antonio, and the next person in the video that we have a video of is as excited as I am. So we'd like to hear from the mayor of the San Antonio, Texas city.
Hello, my name is Ron Nierenberg and I'm the mayor of San Antonio. As you know, San Antonio is the site of your upcoming annual convention this summer. For the past 150 years, your organization has been providing support to communities across America. You should take great pride in this tremendous milestone. The San Antonio Elks Lodge No. 216 has been a part of our community for more than 125 years. We are often referred to as Military City USA, and I can't tell you how much your dedication and service to our nation's veterans means not only to us, but to communities across America as well. And your commitment to special needs children and our youth does not go unnoticed. On behalf of the City of San Antonio, I'd like to wish the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks a happy 150th anniversary. We look forward to sharing our great city with you this summer and hope you'll take time to enjoy all of the sights and sounds that San Antonio has to offer.
Hello, Grand Exalted Ruler. On behalf of the New Jersey State Elks Advisory Board, happy 150th anniversary to the Benevolent and Protective Order of Elks. Yay!
150 years ago today, it was 11 o'clock. So at this time, will you all please rise? And what do we do at 11 o'clock? In honor of those of New York No. 1, the Home Lodge of the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks. Malcolm, would you like to do the honors? It is the hour of recollection.
I'm going to ask everybody in this room, I will lead the 11 o'clock toast. Everyone that's watching this live stream, please join with me. You have heard the tolling of 11 strokes. This is to remind upon you that with us the hour of 11 has a tender significance. Wherever else they roam, whatever their lot in life may be, when this hour falls upon the dial of night, the great heart of Elkton swells and throbs. It is the golden hour of recollection, the homecoming of those who wander, the mystic roll call of those who will come no more. Living or dead, lost and never forgotten, never forsaken. Morning and noon may pass them by. The light of day sleep heedlessly in the west. But ere the shadows of midnight shall fall, the chimes of memory will be pealing forth a friendly message to our absent members.
You're looking at the world's most terrible singer. So we're all going to stand and we're going to sing Auld Lang Syne. One verse. You ready? Yeah. Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should old acquaintance be forgot
here. Oh, we'll take a cup of kindness, yes. Oh, thanks
I see we're passing a little champagne around, so you folks out in America, grab a glass, water, beer, wine, whatever you've got. I'm going to get mine right now. Whatever you can get a hold of, ladies and gentlemen. It is an honor and a pleasure to be a part of the 150th celebration of service to the order. So on behalf of the Grand Lodge and all of us here assembled, cheers for another 150. Mighty fine, mighty fine. You may be seated. To those of you who have watched as a part of the streaming live, from Maine to Southern California, from Alaska to Florida, possibly in Panama, Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and Guam. For all of you who were there, we thank you for being a part of this evening with us. To Exalted Ruler Joe Hernandez and your staff, your officers, and members, to the people of California Hawaii Elks Association, we thank you for hosting this party tonight from the bottom of our heart. You don't understand how much it means to us as Elks, 150 years. One person I want to thank, Gordon Daniels. From the great state of Texas, Gordon is over here, our producer. He has produced a live stream that you people have seen. And as a great volunteer and a volunteer in spirit to the Elks, he did it for free. Gordon is also the Exalted Ruler of San Antonio Lodge 216. Gordon, on behalf of all of us here, there, everywhere, thank you. Again, on behalf of the Benevolent Protective Order of Elks, we're all here. For you there, good night, have fun, and thank you.